1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2. Check, check, check. 1, 2, 1, 2. In the place to be. Hit that like button. In the place to be. In the place to be. Merry Christmas out there. If you can hear me, put a 1 in the chat, please. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all can hear me, man. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all can hear me, man. Am I coming through clear? What's up, Jasmine? What's up, Project? If I am clear and not buffering, put a 1. Merry Christmas, Jessica. Merry Christmas to everybody out there. Let me listen. Let me see how I'm coming through. Let me see how I'm coming through. Sounding good? Sounding good? Let me see how I'm coming through. Sounding good? Sounding good? All right. Welcome to the show. It's your boy, Heaven Hollywood. The Heaven Hollywood Experience. Okay. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Welcome to the show. I like the way you sounded out there. We got a jam-packed show. I usually don't write shit down. I usually just let the show come to me. But today I wrote it down because I wanted to be 100% clear. I want the show to flow because we're going longer than an hour today. Shout out to Darius and whatever other moderator I have in here. Thank you, Jasmine. Welcome with a V. It's your boy Heaven Hollywood. Strong Island is definitely in the building. New York, stand the F up. Okay. And we about to get to it, man. Make sure you hit the like button coming through the door. Hope everybody's Christmas was good. Bought you everything you wanted. All right. Thank you, Darius, my right-hand man. I hope your Christmas was good. And we're going to get to it, man. I like to steal a quote from my girl Katoa Bay, wherever she is. Opinions are not facts. Opinion are not facts, she says. I like that. Opinion aren't facts. Opinions are opinions. But a lot of opinions are based on, at least the ones should be. Your opinion should be based on something factual. That's at least how I was taught. That you hear different facts and different other things that you may not proceed as facts. And from those things that you hear, you then form an opinion. I don't just come up here and say, just because I know I have an opinion, just come up and say something stupid like, I got an opinion. In my opinion, Kobe Bryant's still alive. You can't tell me that I'm wrong. That's my opinion. You know, stupid stuff like that. My opinion, Whoopi Goldberg is the prettiest woman ever, is the prettiest woman in history. That's just my opinion. Like, we know you're trolling. Like, you can't possibly think, unless you're Whoopi Goldberg's husband or maybe her children, you cannot possibly think that Whoopi Goldberg is the baddest woman alive. Like, stop. Don't just, oh, I got an opinion. I'm allowed. So we got some topics we're going to get to today. Some quickly, some not so quickly. We got to talk about Dave Chappelle's special. And Dave Chappelle came out and defended Puffy. I want to understand. I want to know why everyone ain't getting on Dave. Why 50 Cent ain't getting on Dave Chappelle? Everybody that defends Puffy, 50 Cent has something to say. Everybody that defends Puffy, a lot of people have something to say. How come nobody's saying anything? How come nobody's criticizing Dave for his defense of Puffy? Right? You notice that? You know, Dave Chappelle came out and clearly defended Puff. But everybody just laughed. Oh, Dave is so crazy. But every single person that defends Puff, everybody has something to say. How could you defend Diddy? How could you do it? How could you defend Diddy? You must like predators. You must be a predator yourself. But when Dave Chappelle does it, oh, Dave, he's so funny. We're going to talk about that. We are going to talk about Lizzo, who's taking a beating from the Barbs. I'm trying to see what she said what was so bad. Right? We'll run back what Lizzo said. Make sure you hit the like button coming through the door. We're going to talk about Kodack Black letting Cardi know, I likes you and I want you. Now, this is nothing surprising about Kodack Black. He's done this before. But I want to know, is that disrespectful? Is it disrespectful what Kodack Black said? Make sure you hit the like button coming through the door. Heb, I'm here. We're going to talk about, what else we're going to talk about? Let me see. We're going to talk about a lot of things. So anyway, we're going to talk about Nicki Minaj and her next move. Cardi didn't spend Christmas. Why Cardi didn't spend Christmas with a new baby daddy? Looks like he was spending Christmas with his other kids, didn't he? I saw him on Instagram. Yeah, we're gonna talk about the Nicki Minaj and what her. I'm gonna probably save the role like for my members only people, Darius and the other members only people. I'm gonna do something separate for that. I'll tell you what I know. But how are the industry people now treating Nicki Minaj, and how will they going forward? We know Ariana Grande is probably the number one liberal LGBTQ plus representative. She's this when it comes to LGBT, she's like this generation's Madonna. We know how Gaga feels about it. We know how Madonna feels about it. And they all have had open admiration for Nicki Minaj. Well, let's see what's going to happen now. We'll see how Rihanna's going to respond. And there was something going on. There was a post that said, Rihanna said clown. A lot of people said she was talking about Nicki Minaj. We're going to also talk about, did Roc Nation send Nicki Minaj a cease and desist? If you notice, she haven't really mentioned Roc Nation. She went up on that podium. She mentioned Gavin Newsom. But she's kind of backed off the Roc Nation stuff. I'm going to look into whether there was a cease and desist sent. I'm going to call up some people. Because there are cease and desist that are like, okay, here's a little quiet agreement. We're not going to make this public. But you need to shut the F up. And stop talking about us. So we're going to go over that. They gave Kanye a pass after giving Nicki one too. Well, we'll see. They're different is because Nicki Minaj's fan base is mostly of the LGBTQ community. And she's come out in the past kind of shitting on Trump and Melania. Right? So, but again, to me, it's not even about whether she's left or right. That doesn't matter to me, right? Because to me, most celebrities are right. Most celebrities are right side. They don't just all come out and say that they're right side. And now that's just my opinion. I have no proof of that. But in my opinion, you vote for who is going to benefit you the most. At least that's what I do. I vote for, I don't give a damn whether they're left, right, middle, Democrat, Republican, independent. Whoever is going to make my life easier, that's who I vote for. I've never been Democrat, Republican. Never. I vote for who I feel as though is going to be the best candidate. If you happen to be a Republican, if you happen to be a Democrat, to be independent, don't matter. You can make up your own political party. I don't give a fuck. Are you going to make my life more comfortable? The most comfortable than the next man? Right? I don't care. I'm not going to vote for you because your daughter's trans. Or I'm not going to vote for you because your daughter's gay or your son is gay. I don't care about that. I've never been one to care about any of that. I was talking about that with my daughter over the weekend, and she was like, she lives in Atlanta. And she said, Dad, I'm going to be honest with you. She said, the stuff that I hear about Atlanta, she was like, you know, they're calling it Trans-Lana. I said, yeah, I know. She said, I've been living in Atlanta a long time. She said, I'm going to be honest with you, Dad. I've never seen one transgender in my life. I said, get out of here. She said, only on the internet. She said, I live in the heart of Atlanta. I have never seen one transgender. And if you go on the internet, they'll make you think that Atlanta is the birthplace of transgender. Drake put a studio in a popular strip club last night here in Houston, recording new music. Darius, you need to go over there and get the scoop and bring it back to me. So it's the Heaven Hollywood Experience. We got all those things to tackle. All right. Hold on here. Let's get to it.
Gotta get you to see something. I can. One way or another, we gon' get our family up about the gutter. Brother, you was out of pocket, no, I didn't stutter. I drop it back in the trap when investing in the streets, your treasures recover. In this world, you could only rep one or two things that come to the butter. Whoa, you only rep one or two things that the guns in the butter. Whoa, you only rep one or two things that the guns in the butter. I drop it back one or two things that come to the butter. Sleeping patterns kinda complicated, ain't no time for wasting, we some entrepreneurs. I feeling like Scarface on top of the balcony, the word is about to put the cam up in the clad bag. Sign sealed and delivered. Chicken dinners or you roll with the winners. Over for the summer. I double back for the winter. I be with the scammers and spinners. Innovators in the middleman. All my riders got a dental plan. None of my shooters got Instagrams. Got some rich headed out of bounds. Had to hop in the renty to ride around. About to switch up the whisk cause they stalking now. Whispering body dropping on my side of town. Flick of finesse. Known to stay up out the mess. Business is never personal. We can politic the rest. I got a plug and they made me a plug. All my moves on they need to know. Rapid weed got me speaking slow. Bet you pay attention when we speaking. Drown, you gon' sink or you swim. In the field, we be getting it in. Type of pressure that took boys and the men. One way or another, we gon' get our family up about the gutter. Brother, you was out of pocket, no, I didn't stutter. I drop investing in the streets, your treasures recover. In this world, you could only rep one or two things that come to the butter. Whoa, you only rep one or two things that come to the butter. Whoa, you only rep
Heaven Hollywood Experience. How do you like that? How do you like them apples? Funky Fresh in the Flesh. It's your boy Heaven Hollywood, New York stand up. Long Island stand up. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. So, without further ado, let's see. So I have access to this. See what else we got here. How's everybody doing? Make sure you put a 1 in the chat. If you can hear me clearly. All right. We got a lot of things to talk about. And again, I want to make sure y'all can hear me, man. If you can, put a 1 in the chat. See what else we got going on here. Before we get started, we got to surf social media. Got to surf social media, man. And we got some things we're going to get into. You know, I want to start today, man, by saying something that might make some people uncomfortable. All right. But if the shoe fits, lace that bitch up. All right. That's all I'm saying. I'm not talking to anybody. I'm talking to everybody. And I'm going to take this for the reason why I put that poll up. And the poll was, can you be a Christian? Right? If you do secular music or make provocative movies or TV shows. That is the poll. So far in that poll, 62% of the people said yes, you can be. I appreciate your opinion. The poll's still up. Not going to say I agree with it or disagree with it, but you just can hear me out in my monologue. And here's my opinion. It's not about whether you do secular music or provocative movies or what have you, but let me tell you when you cannot call yourself a Christian. You cannot call yourself a Christian while actively supporting harm, cruelty, and hypocrisy, and then hide behind God. You know how the Baptist preachers say it? God. And then hide behind God when people call you out. Christianity is not branding. It's not aesthetics. It's not a cross emoji in your bio. You can't scream God first while supporting policies and people that dehumanize other people. Eh? I'm going to have to pass the offering plate around after I get done. You know I'm a preacher's kid, so I can get my preach on when I need to. You can't preach family values while defending politicians and public figures with documented sex crime allegations, hush money cases, and predatory behavior, including people currently in power, who shall remain nameless. These are not rumors, y'all. These are public records and court filings. Not opinions. Public records and court filings. You can't say you're about God while supporting racism, justifying violence, ignoring mass shootings, or excusing hatred because it comes wrapped in a red hat in the Bible verse. Let's be clear. This might piss a lot of you off. let's be clear. Jesus was not conservative. I'll say that again. Jesus was not a conservative. Jesus didn't punch down. Jesus didn't protect the powerful. Jesus didn't excuse abuse. Jesus was not a conservative. Now, let's talk about the artists and the celebrities. And this is only my opinion. You cannot say you are of God while promoting drug abuse as aspirational, sexual denigration as empowerment, hatred, jealousy, and cruelty as personality traits. That's not faith. That's branding. These celebrities that say they are Christians, right? Well, a lot of people are going to dislike it, but since she's the main topic in the news, we got to talk about Nicki Minaj. And like I said, we'll just use her as an example. I'm not God. I can't tell you whether Nicki's going to walk through the pearly white gates when her time is up. That's not my decision to make. But this is just my opinion. And she's not the only one. But we're going to talk about her because she has been the topic of discussion. And again, it's just my opinion. A lot of people could probably get mad because y'all get mad about who I'm talking about. But if I'm talking about somebody you don't like, you'll be like, oh, yeah, amen, amen. But this is just my feeling. And it's not just Nicki. But you cannot say you're a Christian if you publicly defend your husband, who's a registered SO, and consistently attack his accuser or his victim, which Nicki has done. You can't be a Christian if you consistently attack women's appearance, body structure, or their children. That's not Christian-like. It's like when Cardi mentions Jesus and says, play about me, and whenever you do something to me, God's going to make you pay for it. That's not how God works. That's not how God works. Because I'm God's child. We're all God's children, Cardi. But God isn't going to punish someone else, right? He's not going to go and punish someone else because they said something about you when you've done the same thing. right? 3 months ago, Nicki was mocking a child's gums, mocking her appearance. That's not God. That's not Christ. That's ego. You can't claim Christianity while operating from envy, cruelty, and superiority. You can't say God is love and then belong to the Church of Scientology, like a lot of actors do. Is the Church of Scientology of God? You're pretty much saying what we've learned about God is not real. It's science. The Church of Scientology is built on control, exploitation, and silencing abuse victims. You can't say God led me while supporting systems that harm Black people, harm women, harm LGBTQ people, harm white people, harm immigrants, harm the poor. Faith without integrity is fraud. And if this makes you uncomfortable, good. Conviction is supposed to stay. All right? Make sure you hit the like button coming through the door. It's your boy Heaven Hollywood. Now we're going to get into today's topics. I've talked enough. Real quick. Candace Owens. We'll get to Candace Owens. Let's start off with Candace Owens. So, it looks like Candace Owens has turned on her boy, Ben Shapiro. She has turned on Ben Shapiro. That was her guy. That was her guy. Make sure you hit the like button coming through. So it says, Candace Owens clashes with conservatives over Islam and Israel priorities. Owens posted on X that no matter GOP efforts, supporters prioritize Israel over radical Islam threats, mocking big anti-ISIS campaigns and predicting the end of Christian Zionism. Loomer fired back, insisting Islam will dominate future ballots and citing a Turning Point USA poll where over 30,000 attendees ranked radical Islam as America's top threat. The exchange spotlights MAGA divides on foreign policy fueled by events like Charlie Kirk's September 2025 assassination, linked by prosecutors to political motives, and the January 2025 ISIS-inspired New Orleans truck attack that killed 15 people. This is what Candace said on Twitter. Right? Laura Loomer said, I'll just say, I always found it very weird how the day before Charlie Kirk was shot in the throat, he tweeted this. Now, after his assassination, so many of his so-called friends, Candace, are trying to subvert his organization and appear to be bankrolled. Islam is the sword the left is using to slit the throat of America. That's what Charlie Kirk said. That's what Charlie Kirk said. I like this, what Top said here. Hold on. The Bible says, hold on. The Bible states you clearly cannot serve two masters. Matthew 6:24 states you cannot serve God and money. Totally agree. Totally agree. Hit that like button coming to the door. So again, this is what's going on with Candace Owens. My question to people out there that follows, like, I really don't care about Candace Owens, but she is, if you notice, she's distancing herself from Ben Shapiro style conservatism. The disagreements on Israel, culture, loyalty, and power. Candace Owens is starting to realize what Kanye West said in his song. Get it out, it all falls down. Remember that song? And what did Kanye West say in that song? At the end of the day, you still a ninja in a coop. Candace Owens is facing lawsuits. She's facing public persecution. And Donald Trump is like, well, guess I'll go golfing. Where am I gonna go golfing this weekend? Should I go out to Florida or should I go somewhere else? Mr. President, what about Candace Owens? Who? He done put Candace on the who list. When the last time President Trump said the name Candace Owens? When's the last time? He ain't think about Candace Owens. And Candace Owens is now starting to realize, wow, I guess I'm just a nigger in a coop. You're damn right you are. So do y'all think Candace is generally waking up or just pivoting because the money shifted? Huh? What do y'all think? What do y'all think? Do y'all think that our poll is over? It's me, Shanda. I was going to say that. Can a celebrity do secular music or provocative movies and be a Christian? 53% said yes. 47% said no. I need all of y'all to take that poll. Is that what the conservatives are going to do? Are they seeing that Candace Owens is not really going along with everything, right? Let's see something here. I'm going to put up a poll. I'm going to put up a poll, y'all. Hold on. Are the conservatives trying to make Nicki Minaj the new Candace Owens? Is that what you think they're trying to do? Very interesting. Let me try to put that up in a poll. Hold on. So we want to find out. Come on, what? Is Candace Owens it's letting me do it. Or it's not letting me do it. For whatever reason. But I will ask y'all, is Candace Owens finally waking up? Or is she just pivoting because the money is starting to pivot? So y'all can let me know what you think about that. Now, hold on. Kodack Black. Let's talk about your boy Kodack Black. Let's see what he done said. So, hold on. Kodack Black recently made a comment, right, about Cardi B. And a lot of people saying, oh, that's so disrespectful. You got to remember who you're dealing with. You got to remember who y'all dealing with. Let's tap in with your Kodack Black. See what he got to say. This is what he said about Cardi B and how she's always calling him her brother. Let's tap in with the boy Kodack.
My anti Cardi B see me too. My brother. Hey, that's that. That's my brother. Baby. Hell, dog. I can't even fuck Cardi B. I don't even think she'll give that coochie, but she won't even give it to them. And then, that's my brother. My
Let's run him back.
Cardi B see me too. She be like, my brother. Hey, that's that baby. Go ahead. Let me do that. My brother. Baby, dog. Yeah. Hell, dog. I can't even fuck Cardi B. I don't even think she'll give that coochie, but she won't even give me that pussy, though. And then, that's my brother. My anti-Cardi B see me too.
All right.
Like, my brother. Hey.
You basically heard what Kodack Black said, and then I see a lot of Cardi B fans getting on him. Oh, that's disrespectful. Oh, Cardi B has got 4 children, and you know she's in a public relationship with Stephon Diggs. Who gives a fuck? That's just my personal take on it. And a lot of people were coming down on Kodack Black saying, this is so disrespectful. He's so disrespectful. And all he was really saying was Cardi B's putting him in the friend zone. At least he's not out there like doing like 6ix9ine saying, oh yeah, I had a chance. You remember 6ix9ine went around telling people he had a chance with Nicki Minaj? If he wanted to F, he could have F'd. Y'all remember that? I see you Barbs didn't talk about that. The Barbs wanted no piece of that. 6ix9ine made it seem as though like the only reason he didn't F Nicki is because he didn't want to. He said, I could have. I had an opportunity to. That's what he said. Why y'all didn't call him on that? Why y'all didn't call him on that? 6ix9ine. Think about it. Nicki Minaj was married at the time. Nicki Minaj was married at the time, y'all. Do y'all understand what these allegations 6ix9ine was making? Basically said, married or not, if he wanted to, he could have smashed. Don't get mad at me. That's what the man said. When he's out there defending Nicki, y'all be the first ones. Oh, one thing about 6ix9ine, he always tell the truth. You may not like where the truth is coming from, but it's still the truth. 6ix9ine loves some Nicki. He gonna defend Nicki. Okay. I could have F'd if I wanted to. Y'all defending that? 6ix9ine never tells a lie. According to y'all. So if 6ix9ine never tells a lie, I think that we have to take this into consideration. Right? Oh, man, oh, man. But anyway, with Kodack Black, was this disrespectful or honest comment? Do you think Kodack Black always sexualizes women? And would you say that about a male peer? Right? Would he say that about a male peer? Of course not. But the question is, if a man says that about you publicly, is that a compliment or a violation? What do y'all think? Do you think that it's a compliment or a violation? That Kodack Black is basically saying Cardi B puts him in the friend zone. He probably could never get the coochie from Cardi B because she considers him her brother. I want to see down in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat if you think that is a violation. Put a 2 in the chat if you think there's nothing wrong with it and it's kind of a compliment. I know how many people's in here, so I want to see everybody's answer because it's not letting me put up the poll. Put a 1 in the chat if it's a violation. I'm not going to move on until I see everybody has answered. So do your part. Put a 1 in the chat if you think it's a violation. Put a 2 in the chat if you see nothing wrong with what he said. and it's actually kind of a compliment. Let's go. Let's go. I'm looking for y'all's response. I don't see nothing. Thank you. Talk 6992 says violation. We got a whole bunch of more people to respond. Shonda says it's a violation coming from him. Oh, but it's coming from if it's coming from Idris Elba, it's not a violation. Shonda said it depends who's telling me that they want to F me. If Idris Elba telling Shonda he want to F, it ain't a violation. But if Flavor Flav is telling her this, it's a violation. Ah, I hear you, Sandra. I hear you. Sandra said it depends on what they look like. If it's Method Man, you'll take that violation, right, Sandra? Darius, you think that is a violation, or do you think it is nothing wrong with it? Want to hear from my right hand man. Darius, you think that is a violation? So that's where we are with Kodack Black. Y'all let me know. Let me see if they're gonna let me do this poll. Okay. Did Kodack Black poll is up? If you think Kodak Black was violating Cardi B, you can now vote yes or no. All right. Let's move on to topic number 3. Lizzo. 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 Response to Nicki Minaj. So let's find that. So we go over that. Make sure you hit the like button. If you want to support the channel, hit my cash app at $Heaven Hollywood. Then none of y'all send me not near Christmas present. I'm hurt. So of course everybody was talking about Nicki Minaj the whole entire week. So here she goes. Hey, this isn't about tuna salad, but how do you feel about it? So I guess she was talking about tuna salads and some
Well, I didn't even
question. So
I'm getting
hold on. Let's get this video. And after this poll is over, we're gonna take a poll on Lizzo. So here's Lizzo answering questions about Nicki Minaj.
So I'm getting texts like, about Nicki, and I researched and saw what was going on, and I'm gonna say it like this: celebrities' opinions of other celebrities does not matter. I'm telling you, it doesn't matter. So my opinion of her does not matter. See an influx of people who see that it is more profitable and more beneficial to join. You're gonna see it. It already started, and it's gonna continue. This is his first year. This is Trump's first year as president. We got 3 more years of people who are going to surprise you. And it's going to hurt your feelings and it's going to disappoint you. And you have to know that, like, there's money behind everything. There are privileges behind every move people in these positions make. And I'm not surprised.
We're going to hear it again. Let's hear it one more time.
So I'm getting texts like, about.
Let's go.
Nicki, like, what are you talking about? I didn't even know. Then, I researched and saw what was going on. And I'm going to say it like this: celebrity opinions of other celebrities does not matter. I'm telling you, it doesn't matter. So my opinion of her does not matter. But what I will tell you is you're about to see an influx of people who see that it is more profitable and more to join that side. You're going to see it. It already started, and it's going to continue. This is his first year. Trump's first year as president. We got 3 more years of people who are going to surprise you. And it's going to hurt your feelings and it's going to disappoint you. And you have to know that, like, there's money behind everything. There are privileges behind every move people in these positions make. And I'm not surprised.
So that was Lizzo. And of course, I'm using this under Section 107 of the Copyright Protection. Now, on the surface, if you listen to what Lizzo said, on the surface, I don't see anything wrong with it. But where people have a problem, well, I'm not going to say people, where the Barbs had a problem, I'm going to speak for the Barbs because I saw most of their responses when people were saying Lizzo didn't say anything. She didn't even give an opinion, right? But they said, oh, you can hear the shade when she said, so my opinion of her. Now they're saying they're trying to judge Lizzo's response. Why'd she call her? Why didn't she say Nicki? You know, Barbs are petty, right? So they had an issue with that, or her saying, so my opinion of her don't matter. Then the other one said, well, then your opinion of her must have been negative, or else you would have said it. What do you mean your opinion of her don't matter, of us celebrities don't matter? So that must mean your opinion of her was negative, right? That's the second thing. The biggest problem that the Barbs had with Lizzo was her saying there's money behind all these moves that pretty much that people in power make. People in power being Nicki Minaj, people in power being Turning Point, people in power being MAGA, people in power being Trump. So you try to imply that Nicki was doing that only for money? Who are you? Who are you to say Nicki was doing it only for money? So they jumped on about that. Listen. Y'all make sure the like button coming to the door. Listen, here's my whole take on Lizzo. I don't think Lizzo said anything wrong, but because Lizzo aligns herself with Cardi B, it's going to automatically come with people going to think it's shade behind it because she aligns herself with Cardi B. You know, even though, right? Even though, when was it? Back in June? Back in May. Lizzo also said this about Nicki Minaj. I believe it was back in May. Right? With this, 3.1 million people saw this tweet. Here's what she said back in May about Nicki Minaj. Let's see. Come on now. Come on now, Lizzo.
I was like, oh my gosh. Like, starstruck. Every time I see Nicki, I just be, oh my gosh. It's Nicki. And then I'm like, should I go talk to her? And I was like shy about it. And I was like, fuck, is she leaving? I'm about to just go run up to her. And I ran up and I was like, you look beautiful tonight. She looked behind. She was like, oh, she was like, you look beautiful tonight too, baby. I was like, okay, get home safe. And she was like, thank you, you too. And she got in her car and she left. She has the most insane face card. It's crazy. And the prettiest skin. What happens when you really get inside? Hold on. When you really... I was like, oh my gosh.
Show it again.
Like starstruck. Nicki, I just be, oh my gosh. It's Nicki. And then I'm like, should I go talk to her? And I was like shy about it. And I was like, fuck, is she leaving? I'm about to just go run up to her. And I ran up and I was like, you look beautiful tonight. And she was like, oh, she was like, you look beautiful tonight too, baby. I was like, okay, get home safe. And she was like, thank you, you too. And she got in her car and she left. She has the most insane face card. It's crazy. And the prettiest skin.
And I believe that story because that's exactly how Nicki talks. That's exactly the things that she says. I guarantee you she said that. What Lizzo said she said, I guarantee you she said it that way. I guarantee it. But a lot of fans didn't have any problem with Lizzo when she said that. But now they have a problem. Now she's big back and don't mention the queen comments, huh? It's okay. The Barbs have no problem with you mentioning the queen when you having compliments about the queen. But God forbid you not sucking her kneecaps. Don't you mention Nicki Minaj, you big back. So let me ask y'all a question. Why do black women, why are they getting punished for disagreeing with Nicki Minaj? I don't really see the white women apologizing. They don't seem to be getting mad at them. Right? And why has Lizzo become the target, not the ideology? I mean, she really didn't say anything to criticize her. Right? She didn't say anything to criticize her. She just simply said, you're going to start to see more people go MAGA. MAGA. Rhymes with NAGA. NAGA. I always thought that they call it MAGA because it sounds close to NAGA. Oh man, I know it's for Make America Great Again. Ha ha ha. I'm just joking. So we got to ask another question. Our third poll of the day. And that question is this. Do you find what Lizzo said shady to Nicki Minaj? Do you find what Lizzo said shady to Nicki Minaj? I want to hear from everybody, including the Bobs, especially the Bobs. And if you say you found it shady, y'all got to tell me why. Why did you find it shady? Y'all make sure you hit the like button coming to the door. Smash that like button if you haven't done it already. Y'all can answer also in the comment section or in the chat, live chat. If you found what Lizzo said shady, be honest. Put a 1 in the chat if you found what Lizzo said is shady. Put a 2 if you think, no, she's just being truthful. You will start to see more celebrities going MAGA. And you do believe that it's more profitable. So put a 1 in the chat if you believe what Lizzo said was shady. Put a 2 in the chat if you do not. And again, why does it seem as though only black women are being punished for disagreeing? You know, Taylor Swift did. There's a video going around where Taylor Swift called Trump an idiot and a racist. Meanwhile, Nicki called him a handsome devil and a president we can all relate to. So they are on the opposite sides of the coin. Are the Barbs going to go at Taylor Swift? Are they going to go at their girl Ariana Grande? I'm sure if Ariana ever fell out with Nicki, all of a sudden she's going to be skeleton, ugly, Oh, your Botox messed up your face. How dare you say anything? You're a witch. Watch. It's coming. It's coming. The moment, if it ever happens, the moment that Ariana falls out with Nicki, you're going to hear all these names that everybody else is calling Ari. And the bars are like, no, don't say that about Ari. But as soon as she fall out with their mother, you're going to hear Ariana going to be everything but a child. This hair up my nose is bothering me. All right, so y'all let me know what y'all think of that. Let's move on. We going through these topics. $50 Cent, you on the clock, brother. You on the clock. Because Fabulous said, screw trolling, screw Instagram, screw Twitter. This is what I do, nigga. Remember Jadakiss verses? I don't got Instagram. I don't do Twitter. This is what I do, nigga. Told 50 Cent, get in the booth, my guy. Forget all the trolling. And he laid 50 Cent out with bars.
Whoa, look.
On something. For all of y'all who ain't heard it. For all of y'all who ain't heard it, here we go. On 50 Cent's beat.
Whoa, look. Top shotter who drop dollars and pop collars. If you ain't talking about top dollar, do not holler. Niggas can't move us, but nah, we not squat. They mad cause we fly and niggas cannot swat us. Get it toe to head from bottom to top sprotter. Them window shoppers ain't really gon' cop nada. Dog told me give him the word and shots follow. I let him off the leash like Nino's Rockwaller. You know I got power, your shorty got hot showers. Catch her trying to leave like Tasha shot Lala. The bitch not Mala and nigga you not Allah. Y'all both meet the creator, his first name not Tyler. The blick like a magic stick, your top walla. On, Dre and Snoop in a drop holler. Screaming, let me ride. Them youngins got diabolic. They will leave your whip leaning like they pop hydraulics. None of my ops valid. They singing the cops ballads. None of them beef. They ordered a chopped salad. Cause how the fuck you niggas got brolic but not solid and be trying to pull cars like we don't got wallets? Like how do niggas in the jungle talk to Wallace? How is these grown ass men acting childish? How is these bum ass niggas speaking with stylists when I was so fly it made my bitches stylists? They can't stop us from scoring. They gotta foul us. Can't stop us from scoring. Hey, we met at a pop gala. I call her the top scholar. She come and drop knowledge like she from a top college.
Yo. This ninja said,
whoa.
This nigga said your girl got hot showered. And we all know who he talking about. We all know who he talking about. Your girl got hot showered. Let's hear Fabo again. Let's go, Loso. Let's go, Loso.
Look, I'm a top shotter who drop dollars and pop collars. You ain't talking about top dollar, do not holler. Niggas can't move us, but nah, we not squatters. They mad cause we fly and cannot swat us. Get it toe to head from bottom to top sprotter. Them window shoppers ain't really gon' cop nada. My dog told me give him the word and shots follow. I'll let him off the leash like Nino. You know I got power, your shorty got hot shower. Catch her trying to leave like Tasha shot Lala. The bitch not Mala and nigga you not Allah. Y'all both meet the creator. First name not Tyler, the blick like a magic stick, yo top walla. Roof going, draining, Snoop in a drop collar. Screaming, let me ride, them youngins got diabolic. They will leave your whip leaning like they pop hydraulics. None of my ops valid, in the cops valid. None of them want beef, they ordered a chopped salad. Cause how the fuck you niggas got brolic but not solid and be trying to pull cars like we don't got wallets. Like how do niggas not in the jungle talk to wallet? How is these grown-ass men acting childish? How is these bum-ass niggas speaking with stylists? When I was so fly, it made my bitches stylists. They can't stop us from scoring, they gotta foul us. Can't stop us from scoring. Hey, we met at a pop gala, I call her the top scholar. She come and drop knowledge like she from a top college.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
Whoa.
Come on, man. So, people, 50 Cent people, all the people that was telling Drake he's on the clock, that was telling K-Dot he's on the clock. Is 50 Cent on the clock? Is he on the clock? Because I see all his fans trying to make excuses. Oh, 50's retired. He ain't retired. I just saw Power the other day. Money and power. You got that money and power. This is the published paper. This is the published paper. Wasn't that 50 Cent? He rap every week. Power, respect. Now want that money and power and powder. Money and power. When people the poker paper, that's 50 Cent. Every week, he rapping. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. They saying it's a big rich town. I just come from the poor response. Life ain't fair in no way. The times of the pleasure and pain. Isn't that 50 Cent rapping on that theme song? He ain't retired. If he was retired, you wouldn't be hearing him on the theme song. He's still rapping. He wrote them theme songs, right? Or at least we think he did. So if you can write the BMF theme song, all of the Power theme songs, Southside, he wrote that. Raising Canaan theme song. What's up, Curtis? Fab kicked your teeth in. You ain't heard from 50 Cent. He on stage talking all this stuff. Oh yeah, they got they're behind their rent. I think I'm gonna buy their podcast. He never, ever. Right, he was just on Nicki's song in 2023. He's getting ready to perform at the New Year's Eve. He's gonna probably do a new song. He ain't retired. He is not retired. Get in the booth. But all the 50 Cent fans are, oh, 50 not gonna, we know 50's not gonna get in the booth. He's retired. He ain't on no clock. But if Ja Rule came at him, he would come back at Ja Rule and y'all be saying, oh, he got Ja Rule. If this was Ja Rule, y'all would not be saying 50 gonna come back and kill him. You see, the problem is Fabulous ain't Ja Rule. The problem is Fabulous ain't Ja Rule. Right? Fab is a rapper. 50 Cent, you made it because you were a rapper. You made it because you was a rapper. So KVE, I think I need, since my views are dropping, I think I should let them drop even more and get you up out of here. How about that? Right? So 50 Cent is a rapper. He needs to be rapping. Whenever they talk about Jay-Z said he can't be beating the verses, all I hear is y'all, oh, 50 Cent. Jay-Z didn't have no era like 50 Cent. Jay-Z wasn't hot like 50 Cent. 50 Cent, Jay-Z has never been the hottest rapper. So y'all always throw 50 Cent out there whenever we talk about Jay-Z. So then 50 Cent needs to rap. Don't come on Instagram trolling. Don't come on talking about Emily got her teeth knocked out. Don't talk about how Ray J knocked off his glasses, knocked Father's glasses off. I don't hear none of that. I don't hear none of that. Get in the booth. Get in the booth. And come back. Because he is a rapper. That's what we knew 50 Cent as. That's how he went to all this other stuff. So, but now because they know he ain't got nothing for Fab, oh, 50's retired. 50's retired. No. It don't work like that. Get your behind in that booth, just like you did Ja Rule. Just like you would do Benzito or somebody that make a record. Fab said, I ain't gonna beat him trolling. Because everybody out here on his nuts. I ain't gonna beat him trolling. But what I will do is what we both know we can both do. I'm not a comedian. I'm a rapper. I know he can rap. He put out albums, right? What 50 got? 6, 7 albums? 6 or 7 rap albums, maybe even more? So he's a rapper, right? Ooh, this hair is bothering my nose. So he needs to rap. He needs to rap. But 50 Cent fans don't want him to get in the booth because they know what's going to happen. If he dare come back with anything, Fabulous is going to come back again. And this time he's going to abuse him. Fab just threw a little shot. If 50 Cent dare comes back, you already know Fabulous has a song right now ready. Or a freestyle ready. Best believe it. You can believe if he comes back, or at least tries to come back, You can believe that Fabulous is got bars ready because he's a rapper. He gonna rap. 50 Cent got memes. Or 50 Cent. Let me tell y'all how 50 Cent will get back at Fab. Fifty will do something like go hit them with a copyright strike and then say, now every time somebody watch it on YouTube, I'm going to get paid. And that'll make them take the songs down. That's what 50 will do. He won't just rap and say, I'm going to come back at you. Like a rapper, he'll go and hit him with a copyright strike. That's going to make kind of like what Nicki and Nas did to Sheeta. Remember, they silenced Sheeta by not clearing it. So Remy was unable to put it on streaming services because the beat didn't get cleared. You know? 50 Cent, you better make up with Lloyd Banks or go pay the game. Them are two dudes you could have sent after Fab. But you ain't in good with them no more. You could have sent the game or Lloyd Banks at Fab. Now, I don't know what Lloyd Banks would have did with Fabulous, but the game can definitely rap. You could have said, go get him. Go get him, game. Should 50 Cent, and I want y'all commenting in the poll, on the polls. And I also want to hear y'all down in the chat. And here's the poll. The poll with Lizzo was Lizzo's said shade to Nicki Minaj. 53% said they thought it was shade. 47% said no. Here's the question. Should 50 Cent have to respond? I'm voting on this one. Yes. Out of doubt. He should have to respond. Should 50 Cent have to respond to Fabulous? Should 50 Cent be on the clock like every other rapper? Or is 50 retired? He don't make music no more, so he shouldn't have to respond. He should be treated like Marlon Wayans, people who aren't active anymore. Right? On 2025 now, does trolling count as a rap now? So if he comes back with a trolling, he comes back trolling, and he does something funny, should that count as a response? If 50 comes back with a picture of Emily with her front tooth knocked out and her saying it was fabulous. Or 50 Cent come back with proof that Fabulous was in a, let's say he got proof of Fabulous coming out of a gay club when he says he's heterosexual. Or if he's got proof of Fabulous having a boyfriend when he says he's heterosexual. Are people going to say, oh, 50 got him? And that's going to be able to offset him going in the booth? Or 50 Cent comes back and says, yeah, I just bought your podcast. Or I shut down the beats and I took the publishing. So now every time y'all put out a diss record against me, I get paid. And the people going to say, oh, 50 got him again. At the end of the day, Curtis Jackson, you came into this game as a rapper. You came into this game as a rapper. Because you was sure enough rapping back with Ja Rule and them. You was rapping against Jadakiss. You was rapping against Fat Joe. You was rapping against Nas. Now you got tore up by Nas. You put out rap records against Cameron. Right? He put out rap records against them dudes. Oh, he was active. He's not active no more. Let me tell you something. Queen Latifah ain't active either. MC Lyte ain't active. But you let some girl make a rap about Queen Latifah. Queen Latifah will be right in that booth responding. MC Lyte, I don't care if she's not active right now. MC Lyte, if somebody made a record going at MC Lyte right now, you don't think MC Lyte is going to go in the booth? You don't think Queen Latifah? If somebody came out and was like, oh, Queen Latifah's a butch. Blah, 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 blah. Within 48 hours, Latifah will be in that booth. If you a rapper, you always active. If somebody mention your name. Don't give me that mess. He ain't active. Look out of here. You active if I'm coming at you. You mention my name. I don't care how long it's been. You mention my name, buddy. I'm getting active. ASAP. Let's move on. More accusations against Tyler Perry. More accusations. Tyler Perry sued for sexual assault in a lawsuit from new accusant who was an actor in Medea. I'm trying to pull his hair, man. So annoying. All right, let's check it out. Y'all gotta get one of these. So let's get to this story, man. because I am sick and tired of this Tyler Perry stuff. Let me see what the name of this actor is. So, deadline. So it's Tyler Perry and Lionsgate hit with a $77 million Christmas Day actual from a Medea Halloween actor. And Tyler Perry has now employed my Alex Spiro. Alex Spiro, the boogeyman of law, the legal boogeyman. When people hear the name Alex Spiro, they get nightmares. Oh my God, Jay-Z! But Tyler Perry has Alex Spiro as his lawyer. So here's the article. And of course, again, I'm using this under the copyright 107. Perry sued $77 million. All right. Sexual assault and sexual battery lawsuit against Tyler Perry. Lawyer behind a similar action earlier this year is just more or a rich man's Tyrone Blackburn has now made yet another demand. Okay. Same lawyer made another demand from more than a decade ago. It will be a failed money grab. Alex Spiro said today of the big bucks. Jury trial seeking. Get this thing out of here, man. On my paper. They got ads. So Alex Spiro pretty much answers this lawsuit and says, hogwash, this is just another failed attempt. Now, they're not failed attempts yet. Those lawsuits are still going, right? Those lawsuits are still going. Let me see. So I know Alex considers it a failed attempt. Hold on. This dude, his name, let me look him up. So this actor, right? Acting crazy. All right. People. Hold on. So here we go. Tyler Perry. Here's the guy that Tyler Perry pretty much forced himself onto him and then said, just let it happen. Don't fight it. Then when the guy refused him, beat it. Don't say anything. Tyler Perry facing another sexual assault lawsuit from an aspiring actor that his lawyers are calling a money grab. Mario Rodriguez, a model who landed a minor role in Perry's 2016 movie Boo, a Madea Halloween, alleges in a new lawsuit that Perry made it unwanted sexual advances while promising roles. Rodriguez is seeking $77 million in damages. Rodriguez is being Jonathan J. Delshad, who also represented Derek Dixon, another actor who made similar allegations against Perry this year. Alex Spiro, an attorney for Perry, says in a statement December 26, having recently failed in another will also be a failed money grab. However, Delshad says Dixon's claims are alive and well, and none of them have failed. They will just move to a different court as the case is relocated from California to Georgia. In the lawsuit obtained by People, Rodriguez claimed in 2015 he was approached by a trainer while at an LA gym who said Perry wanted to meet him. Rodriguez said Perry soon spoke to him over the phone and offered him a small role in a Madea Hollywood film. He went on to play frat guy number 10 in the movie. The complaint alleged multiple instances in which Perry would invite Rodriguez over to his house under the guise of discussing future work projects, only to make actual advances while drinking. Sounds like the other guy. And Rodriguez had to physically struggle to get away. Perry allegedly would tell Rodriguez to let it happen. And just be with me, I would take care of you. Sounds like the other lawsuits. Rodriguez's lawsuit claims that after the two incidences now, he's still working with him, Perry allegedly handed him $5,000 and sent him away. So at that point, Rodriguez, why don't you take your $5K, leave, and report to Tyler Perry? At a final alleged encounter in April 2019, it was clear that Mr. Perry would do whatever he wanted, whenever he wanted, to whomever he wanted, no matter how many times he was rejected. If you rejected him so many times, why are you back there for a third time? The lawsuit claims Perry would randomly reach out to Rodriguez through 2024, and when Perry became aware that Rodriguez was going to file this action, Perry once again reached out to Rodriguez by text, telling him he did so much to help Rodriguez and he would feel betrayed. In December 13th Instagram video, Rodriguez spoke about feeling shamed, explaining why he hadn't previously come forward. The same old playbook. Though he did not mention Perry by name. Same old playbook. Just a powerful director that everybody knows. I stayed quiet for much too long, and I just want to say I'm really sorry, man, because if I would have spoken up sooner, I could be somebody that is probably happening to after me. At one point, to nearly 1 million followers in the clip. I just want to say sorry for that, whoever that may be. It could have stopped with me if I would have said something, but I'm speaking up now. You're speaking money, and you're no longer in Tyler Perry movies. Dixon, who starred in Perry's TV series The Oval, filed a $260 million lawsuit against Perry in June, alleging sexual harassment and retaliation, which the filmmaker denies. In September, one of Perry's lawyers, Matthew Boyd, claimed Dixon is an individual who got close to Tyler Perry for what now appears to be nothing more than setting up a scam. He added at the time, Tyler will not be shaken down, and we are confident those fabricated claims of harassment will fail. All right. Now look. Are all getting hit with lawsuits. Because you see the playbook, right? You see the playbook over and over again. Let's take out the rich billionaire. Let's embarrass him. Let's say he's involved in gay stuff. So then he will want to settle because he's not going to want these. So he's going to settle. That is always the playbook, and that's always the plan. Now, if he tells you no, stop doing that, like in the text message, then you have something. But if he is or a female and they seem to be flirting back at him, sorry, that is not a crime. Because if you're, again, this is all alleged. The patterns, power dynamics. Of course, I'm sure he said, oh, I signed an NDA. But I'm sorry, in Black Hollywood, you know, they are going to protect Tyler Perry. You got to come with some hard proof. All right, so I'm still going. Seem to get the. All right, crazy. This connection is crazy. Y'all still with me? Put a 1 in the chat. Crazy. Y'all still with me? Put a 1 in the chat. Keeps telling me my connection is going in and out. I need to connect my Ethernet. Y'all hold on for a second. All right. We're going straight. We're going straight internet. So we going Ethernet, baby. But anyway, Tyler Perry. What do y'all think about Tyler Perry? You know, I believe that they're going to definitely I'm really tired of seeing these black men getting taken through the ringer. It's getting old, it's getting tired. And so y'all let me know. Okay. Your boy 50 Cent, we'll get into him again. As a matter of fact, I'm going to come back. Hold on. Let me find this video. Matter of fact, hold on a minute, y'all. Let's go into our final topic because the connection, the weather is crazy out here. And we want to go, and will it affect her rollout? Now, I'm going to tell everybody what I know about the rollout on a members only video. On a members only video. I think I'm going to end this and come Nicki Simmons so I can get a much clearer stream. All right, so y'all hold on.